What is up, math geeks? Welcome back to another episode of Math with Dr. Math, and today we're going to be talking about those stem leaf plots. Don't go anywhere. Alright, mathletes, so let's talk about the stem and leaf plot. Alright, so the first example we have here, we have all the states listed right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at the percent of the population who have subscribed to Dr. Math Studios. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button, right, and give us a like, right? We got to get the word out. Dr. Math is here for you. All right, folks. So we have all these percentages, and sometimes it's hard to keep track, right? Because it's organized, but it's in a way where our eyes go everywhere because these percentages, right, they're not organized in a way that's appealing to our eyes. So we want some way to make it easy on our audience to read, how spread out are these percentages. So here comes the stem and leaf plots to our rescue. All right, so how are we gonna do these? How do we construct these? Well, follow me. All right, mathletes, so let's dive in here with step number 1 in constructing our stem and leaf plot. All right, so what we're gonna see is the rightmost digit, that's what we call our leaf. All right, so our leaf are these, what's after the decimal, the rightmost digit. So for Alabama, it would be that 1. For Alaska, it would be that 1. For Arizona, it would be that 9, right? So it's everything after the digit in this particular case, after the decimal. I'm telling you, folks. All right, and the remaining digits, they form the stem. So when you're making a stem leaf plot, what you want to do is you want to draw this vertical line here, right? And you're going to list all the stems in order. So what you're going to have to do is from all those percentages is find the lowest percentage, which I'm going to say is 8.1, right? And so what we do is we grab the stem, which is the 8, and that's going to be where we start when we're making our stem, all right? And then we look for the highest percentage, right? And the highest percentage we see is, I believe I saw Florida, there you go, with 17. So we're gonna go all the way up to 17. So this is how we form the stem. And look at Alaska there, let's take a look at Alaska. 8.1% of people from Alaska subscribe to Dr. Math Studios. What is happening, Alaska? We need to help you out. So make sure, subscribe. We got you. All right, so that's step 1, folks. Follow me for step 2. All right, so for step 2, we're gonna go through the data for each value, and we're gonna write the leaf right next to its stem. What are you talking about? All right, we talk about Dr. Math. So 14.1, notice we're gonna grab the 14, which is a stem, and right here, we're gonna go ahead and put the 1. And what I like to do, right, I keep writing with invisible ink here. So what I like to do is right after I go ahead and take care of one of these, I cross it out in my notes so that I know I took care of it, right? Because again, you don't want to ask yourself, wait, did I already use that number or not? So this is a systemic way for you to keep yourself organized, all right? If I were to go to Alaska, we see it's 8.1, so 8.1, so we're just gonna take that leaf and write it right there. And that took care of Alaska. And then Arizona is 13.9. So I go to my stem, I find 13, and right here, I'm gonna put the 9. So I'm gonna do that over and over and over until I've listed every single one of these percentages. So what happens when you have another one, say Arkansas, that has 14.3? Well, same thing, we follow the same process. You go to 14 and it's 0.3, so right next to that 1, we're gonna add a 3. And now, when we're reading the stem leaf plot, we know this first digit is gonna represent 14.1%. And this next 3 is gonna represent 14.3%. So these tell us that we have 2 different data points right there. And if we had 10 of them, each one of these would represent their own data point. So again, make sure you write this down because it might make sense right now, but later on, you might forget. Got it? Good. Follow me for step 3. So we saw from step 2 that we listed all those values, right? We took every single one of those percentages into account. So the last step, what you're gonna do after everything is written out, now you could see that we organize them from smallest to largest. So now it's easy to see all the values organized in increasing order. So now, just like our stem was in increasing order, we want to make sure that our leaves are also in increasing order. And now, what's nice about this, we can see that our values here, how they're spread out, right? Where do most of the percentages lie? Well, we could easily see that most of the percentages fall between 12, around in the 12s and the 14s, right? Those percentages right there. So if I were to read this, notice these are my values. I have a 12%, I have a 12.2%, I have another 12.2%, I have a 12.3%, I have a 12.4%, and now it's really easy to see how spread out my values are using this stem and leaf plot. All right, mathletes, so that's what we have for you today. Hopefully this was a nice, easy lesson. If we helped you out, do us a favor and smash that like button, subscribe, comment down below, and let your friends, family members, let everybody know Dr. Math is here for you. All right, folks, have a great day. We'll see you in our next video. Peace.